this is such a stressful question.
You may know our first guest as Off the Eatin Path NOLA from the socials. Not only do I love her content, but I also love her bio. I love New Orleans, and I love to eat. Need I say more? Nicole Caridad, thank you for being with us.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to be here. Thank you.
You're most welcome, and welcome to On the Table. This is sponsored by Blue Runner Foods, one of our great sponsors, so thank you for being on the show. Now, here we are in Lent, starting up. That means Friday fish fries, right?
I know, yes.
There's so many in the area. Talk about what's your go-to places for this?
I mean, first, I think you really can't go wrong just driving down the street, passing a church with a little, neon sign.
My own parish, yes.
And stopping in there. But then one of my go-tos is First 72 Plus. I don't know if you've had theirs, but they're a great nonprofit organization,
Really?
and part of their fundraiser for Lent is fish plates, and they're delicious fish plates. So that's what I usually do.
And
yeah.
I find them very reasonable. I mean, as you say, go around town, parishes everywhere having fish fries, and they're great to help support the parish as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you've got so many people who put their time and effort into it, and it's nice to be part of that.
Yes, for sure.
Now, you just recently collaborated with Visit New Orleans on some Hispanic and Latin-owned businesses. Let's talk about that. What did you cover?
Oh my gosh. First of all, it was a very difficult task to try and recall and research all of the Latin Hispanic-owned spots that we have, because we do have quite a lot.
Yeah.
I was focusing on Orleans Parish, which had some folks in their feelings because we have a large community in, Jefferson Parish as well. But I had to narrow it down. But it was a lot of fun. So I categorized it in like restaurants, bars, pop-up restaurants as well, some barbers, private chefs, things like that. So,
and you also did some bakeries.
And some bakeries, yes.
Yeah.
How could I forget? Yes.
Anything come to mind that really struck you as a very special place to visit?
Yes, for sure. I mean, my go-to is Norma's, which is so good.
I know
Great
it's
Cuban
difficult
sandwiches.
to name one, right?
Yes.
Without naming all of them. But
it is. But Norma's, I think, is the great for like traditional pastries, cakes, and Cuban sandwiches. And then I was just talking about this morning, I'm checking out Café Conmigo soon. And so excited for that one, another Cuban bakery. And we don't have enough of those here. So I'm excited for them to be on the scene.
Any of the lesser-known restaurants that you want to mention? Ones that maybe are just coming into play?
Ooh, newer ones that are coming in?
Or ones that you think we could really give a pop to?
I mean, Café Conmigo for sure is brand new.
They're located?
They're off of Ferret.
Okay.
They're off of Ferret. Yeah. I mean, newer spaces, I can name some of the kind of like, how about pop-ups? I feel like people don't pay attention enough to pop-ups.
Right.
We have a lot of Latin Hispanic-owned pop-up spots. So if you go on some of their Instagrams, you can find where they might be. Some of them are inside the same bar all the time or brewery. Que Pasta NOLA is my absolute favorite, Cuban and Honduran. Huasca is Colombian, which is really good too. I go on that list on my Instagram, and you'll see the pop-up list, and definitely check those out.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about the Peruvian and Colombian influence that we have here, which is tremendous as well.
Yes.
It's been special about New Orleans and the fact that so many nationalities are bringing their food, and they're also, combining it with what they're used to eating here, the Creole and the Cajun. But it's great to see that the purity of that food too.
No, absolutely. Well, and we have such deep connections to the Caribbean and Latin America here in New Orleans. I am a history lover. I was a history major in undergrad, and so I'm fascinated by food as a vehicle for learning our histories and, how we pass down stories and things like that. And I mean, all of that is deeply connected to New Orleans for sure.
I wanted to mention this to you, and we can talk about it again when you come back, but this May we have Sail 250 coming, and we have a number of ships coming from South America.
Oh.
So you'll have a ship from Peru, from Chile, from Ecuador, from Uruguay. So I'll come back to you with some of those.
Okay.
Some of those crew members are going to want to know where they can go get some good food here as well.
Yes,
while they're here,
for sure.
including New Orleans food as well.
Yes. Okay, and you keep mentioning Peruvian, which did jog my memory about a new spot. I mean, everyone loves, myself included, Tito's Ceviche, right?
Yes.
I mean, so good.
Right down on St. Charles
Right here
Avenue.
on St. Charles, yeah. But then there is a new one on Magazine Social, Peruvian as well.
Very good.
That's outstanding. I went recently. It's very good.
That's good.
Yeah.
I'll put that definitely on my list. As we come to the end of the segment, I wanted to ask you if somebody comes to New Orleans and they're going to be here for a weekend, and you had to map out
Oh, goodness.
their places to go, and let's put a disclaimer here. You could list so many, but
Yes.
what comes to mind? Where you want them to go and enjoy New Orleans?
Okay, this is such a stressful question.
Again, I'll put the disclaimer on that I put you up to it.
Yes. Okay. All right. I am a sucker for some of our classic places. I just did brunch at Brennan's over the weekend. So I would recommend Brennan's. I would recommend Commander's Palace as
Yeah.
well. I just think, they're beautiful. The service is outstanding. And again, I love history, and they have some, really interesting historical, stories surrounding both of those institutions. And then I think you do have to check out some of our hole in the wall places, or really the food that people eat kind of often or every day. So obviously soul food, Creole food is really popular here. So I would send someone to Little Dizzy's or Willie Mae's for gumbo, fried chicken, all that good stuff.
Yeah, what I like what you've done here just now is that you've also mentioned several neighborhoods.
Yeah.
And that says a lot about, where you can find good eating in New Orleans, right? In any neighborhood, you can go and find it.
It's true. Yeah.
And we're going to be looking for more of your great information on Off the Eatin Path NOLA. So we're going to be following you, and hopefully we get some more great advice from you. Thank you. Good eating. Keep it up, and we look forward to having you back.
I will. Thank you so much,
Thanks,
Mark.
Nicole. Okay.